Hello gamers, my name is Jonathan Bove, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the rebranding of my channel. Basically, I want to revive my channel, I want to make some awesome new videos, but feel I need to rebrand for a couple reasons. I'm going to be talking about the old, what the channel was, and the new, what the channel could be and what I want it to become. Starting with the old. Dice Camera Action was a series that I started years ago with the intent of combining cinematic elements in a board game review series, and it was also basically a how to play. For example, in the DCA episode on Pandemic, we see a scientist in a lab researching cures for the various diseases in the game Pandemic. She comes across a very sick patient who actually ends up expelling pandemic cubes all over the floor. There's always a bit of a humorous element to those videos, and that scene or skit would lead into the how to play and the review of the game, in this case, Pandemic. Those videos were a ton of fun to make, and I really want to take this chance to thank everyone, all my friends who helped out in front of the camera, and of course behind the camera, behind the scenes, and anyone who watched the videos at the time, or maybe watches them now, or subscribed. Thank you to everyone who made that show possible. It was a really important part of my life, and I still reference that show all the time. And that kind of brings us into today. The Dungeons & Dragons YouTube channel did start a series called Dice Camera Action, and it is incredibly popular, which is a really great thing to see in our hobby. Of course, when I found out about it, I was pretty bummed, because I knew it meant that my show wouldn't be able to exist in the same fashion. I think trying to create videos with the same name, my content would get drowned out, it would be dead on arrival. So instead, and this is really hard for me to do because my show was and is important to me, and so is the name, I think I need to retire my Dice Camera Action. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to push Dice Camera Action aside, and we're going to start with something new. So that's enough about the old, sad stuff. Let's talk about the exciting new stuff. My new show is going to be called Friendly Local Game Show. So my name is John Bove, and this is your Friendly Local Game Show. It is, of course, a play on Friendly Local Game Store, or FLGS, a very popular acronym in our hobby. And just like you might go to an FLGS for your hobby interests in the physical space, you can come to my show for your hobby interests in the entertainment space, if you will. I'm going to be approaching this show a little differently than my old one. I really want to focus on content that I can produce and create on a regular basis. Now that cinematic DNA from the old show is still going to be here. It's just in the way I shoot videos. It's a part of this channel. So I am going to have special videos that I don't think you've ever seen before on any board game series, but I also do want to have that core content that you've come to expect. For example, I taught Liar's Dice in 60 seconds on my old channel. That video was more popular than all my DCA episodes combined. And I want to make more content like that, content you guys actually want, and that I can make. The show is going to adapt, evolve, and change over time, and I always want to make sure it differentiates itself from all those other videos that are absolutely worth your time out there. And I really want your input, so this is your chance to tell me, what do you want to see in a YouTube board game series, and what don't you want to see? What mistakes should I avoid? Please, let me know in the comments. I really want to hear from you. I think together we can make this really something special. I am super excited. I want to thank you again for all your continued support, and I think that's it. Let's go play some games!